Hello, everyone. Good evening. We are live again today, and this conversation is just going to be interesting. Thank you all for joining us, and good evening to our Newfoundlanders and Labrador here in the province. If you're outside the province watching us, we say welcome to you, and we hope that you follow us through this conversation. We all know that every problem has a solver. So welcome to the solver's table, and happy Friday. I hope you're enjoying your summer wherever you are. Today is good with the weather, so yeah, hope you're also enjoying your summer. My name is Catherine Iheme, your host for today. And today we're settling in because this conversation that we're about to have might just change how you see the world. And if this is your first time here, the Summer Stable is a space where I sit down with people solving real problems in their communities and through their businesses. We go beyond the highlights reel, the struggles, we talk about the turning points, the lessons, and the impacts they are creating. Before I let the cat out of the bag, I want us to kind of, picture a scenario here. So let's imagine that you just arrived somewhere new, a country, a province, wherever it may be, or you have someone who is about to make this trip, right? And you don't know anyone, you don't know any single person in that place, and you are scrolling through rental listings on your phone. Of course, when you land in a new place, the first thing you want to have is a shelter over your head, right? And while scrolling through the listings that you have on your phone, and every one of them looks fine, but you have no one to be able to tell you if these are real or not. And now, of course, we do have a lot of AIs that people use right now to make a lot of things, which looks so real to us. And you don't know anyone, you don't know if these things are real, and you are being asked to send money to a stranger for a place you have never seen or in a place you have never been before, and you have no one to ask if this is safe. We all know this is not a rare situation. We get to face them every day. And that's what thousands of newcomers, international students, professionals face every year when they make this kind of trip. And most of us who haven't lived it never think about it because you kind of don't start imagining scenarios until you get to the point where you need these things to do them. So my guest today lived this situation that I just kind of painted for you right now. And instead of just getting through it, she built something so that the next person wouldn't have to go through what she went through. I have today Neha Kumari, who is the founder of AssuredHubs, a platform helping newcomers find safe, verified housing right here in Newfoundland and Labrador. So Neha, welcome to the table.
Oh,
Welcome,
thanks.
welcome.
Thank
It's
you.
good to
Thank
have
you
you
so much.
here.
Yeah,
Welcome.
thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Catherine. I'm so excited
You're
to be
welcome.
here. It's my honor to be a
Awesome.
part of the show. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited too, and I hope that our audience will be able to learn from you and also get to know the good things that you are doing through your platform. So before we dive in, I just want to say that if you're watching us live, please drop your questions and comments as we go. We would love to bring them into the conversation. And of course, if you're watching us, maybe after the whole episode, we're done with the episode, still drop your questions. We're going to answer them for you. And yeah, let's get right into it. Tell us about yourself, Neha. Like who are you and what does Assured Hubs mean to you in just your own words?
Yeah. So my name is Neha Kumari. I came here in St. John's in September 2022.
Mhm.
When I started, I was an international student. I came here as an international student. I did my master's in business administration, and Assured Hubs is the turning point of my life because
Mm.
as soon as I came here, I realized, not before, as soon as I came here, like before even I came here, I realized the issues of like finding a proper space, a proper rental for yourself, so that you can easily
Mm-hmm.
move in and settle. So when I was in my home country, that is in India, I was like thinking whom to approach, where to approach,
Mm-hmm.
whom to ask about the off campus rentals, because
Mm-hmm.
I tried like registering for Signal Hill, but it was already full, and
Okay.
I got to know that there are uh, in-campus housing available. That is the Hatcher House, which I opted later on. I stayed in the Hatcher House, which is the in-campus residency of Memorial University. Why? Because I couldn't find a person who can help me to get an off-campus residency. I found some listings, like
Mm.
in my Facebook Marketplace,
Yeah.
and I was also in I was also in contact with one of the landlords through Facebook Marketplace,
Okay.
and he showed me the place around. But I was not getting that entire like full confidence that will I be able to like go there, because what you see is not every time real. It is everywhere. Not
Yeah.
only in Canada. It's in every country. Issue is
Yeah.
there. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
reason my father suggested that better to stay in campus, because you're moving there for the first time, and you don't know anyone, and you don't know how the place is gonna be off campus. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason I opted in campus residency. I stayed there for 1 semester, and after that I moved out of campus, because after a semester I got to know about the area and stuff. I was able to find a good place for myself. But
Mm-hmm.
that incident, that experience gave me a very real issue about so many people and so many students are facing, because it is the like it's not only about people falling into scams. It is also people not getting proper like response for their questions,
Yeah.
because whenever they try to ask any questions, like if this place is available, there are always like unresponsive landlords, and sometimes they don't get off campus residency because they don't have a local reference, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So these were the trigger points of starting Assured Hubs in St. John's,
Mm.
especially after like in 2024 I started this small business, because I wanted to help other students and other newcomers as well, because I know the pain, how it is to find a place by yourself, and you don't know anybody and who can help you to like verify the place, or just to go and understand how the place looks like, what is the area environment. Because when you're coming alone, it's a big deal, but when you're coming with a family, it's even more bigger deal, because you want you and your family to be in a safe area, right? And you
Yeah.
just cannot go, and there are some places, some shady areas in St. John's which you should definitely avoid, and that only a person who is already here can let you know. So that
Yeah.
these were the trigger points of me starting a short hub. So it is very close to my heart, because it is something which I have faced, and I just don't want other people to face. Yeah.
Wow. This is interesting. This is interesting. When you talked the one word that you used was turning point, which
Yeah.
is something that we all know that once someone gets to that turning point, it's more of like let's get a solution to be able to solve this problem. I know that you didn't start this immediately. You landed here in
Yes.
Canada, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there must have been a specific moment where you thought this shouldn't be this hard. Someone
Yeah.
needs to fix this. So can you tell us more about that moment?
Yeah, so after I came here, I spoke to many of my classmates, like who are already in my same batch. Like some of them were my friend Pam and Partha Krishna, and I spoke to Rema and so many other students. These are
Mhm.
my friends. Obviously, I know them, and
Mhm.
all of them said that they faced some kind of like scam in one way or the other, and
Yeah.
it was like I was lucky I didn't fall in any kind of like major
Mhm.
scams and stuff, because I was always cautious. Whatever you see on the internet is not true,
Yeah.
and but there are many people who faced major scams, and they had to go through a lot of. See, when you come to a new place, you don't want to be like, because you are going to a new country altogether, right? And
Mhm.
there are so many things that you have to learn, like the culture, the environment, and you are
Yeah.
as an international student, you have a extra pressure of like keeping up your courses, like, like being a good student, and other than that you're also doing part-time job, and you have so many things on your plate already, and on top of that you have this like issue where you don't have a specific, a proper place to stay, where you don't feel peace, right? House is something I feel, even though if it is rental house, you feel that you should have a space where you feel peace, and peace comes from when you are completely sure that where you're going to settle, where you're going to stay, it's gonna be true, like 100%. It's gonna help you in in every way possible, like it's like that. So when I heard these stories that people are struggling to find a place, like that made me feel that, oh no, this is not how a person should feel as soon as they land here, right? They should feel
Mhm.
welcoming, and house is something that one of the major factors, like when you move to a new country or a new city or a new place or a new province, house, like the rental space, is one of the important factors of making you feel at ease, right?
Yeah.
So when I spoke to these people, and I, like, before starting Assured Hubs, I have spoken to like hundreds of students,
Yeah.
not only in my match mates, but like outside, like undergrads, and I have, like, because I was a part of this student union club, like in
Okay.
Memorial University,
Mhm.
SEO, that is Student Experience Office. I was a student leader, and there I met a lot of students. And when I was volunteering, so there is a program where you can volunteer, as a, where whenever a new student arrives, you can volunteer to show them around campus. I
Oh,
got a
okay.
chance to talk to them face to face, right? So
Yeah.
as soon as they land here, they I was showing them the campus, and then they will ask me that, currently I'm in campus, but do you know any place off campus? I'm
Mhm.
always like I don't know much about St. John, so if you can help me to find a place, that is much better. So then I realized that it's not just me, it's almost everyone. Like, people don't come here with a huge network. You have to build network after coming here, and once like that that you know that there is a gap, there is a huge gap between the landlords who are already here and the new students who are trying to rent a place, right? So
Mhm.
to fill that gap, to bridge that gap, Assured Hubs started in 2024. And i I first spoke about this idea with Ed Martin, who was the I think she was leading MCE at that time. Now he's the CEO of
Okay.
Genesis.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, and I also spoke to Kelly and other people, and then my idea got selected into Learn Launch program. So Learn Launch is a MCE program where students can pitch in their ideas, and if they get selected, they get the mentorship and also some funding and stuff to start their
Mhm.
business.
Mhm.
So that's the starting point of Short Hubs, because I have already done the market search and talking to people, talking to customers, so I had like good feedback from students. And I was able to present this idea in front of them, because I feel that you need some support, some mentoring when you're starting a business, right? And when you're a
Mhm.
student, you
Mhm.
already have so many things, like if you go in campus on like in campus, you have Center for Social and Entrepreneurship, you have MCE, then you have organizations like Enlo, Genesis, who can help you to
Yeah.
like start a business
Yeah.
as a student. So I just took advantage of me being a student at that time and starting this, because I was like, if not now, then when, right? So
Mhm.
that's when I started this Assured Hubs. Yeah, because I was taking my own time to settle as well, right, at the beginning.
Yeah.
So that's the reason. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of brings me to my next question, because you obviously did a lot of market research. I mean,
Yeah.
speaking to over 100 people,
Yeah.
getting to know what they faced and
Yeah.
realizing that this is a huge problem that needs to be solved. And a lot of people go through something difficult,
Yeah.
and just kind of moves on once it's over, once they are able to solve that for themselves. And but you decided to build a solution, and given that you just came to a new country, you are settling in, you are doing MBA, at that time, of course, after MBA, you still have to talk to us about your business analyst aspect,
Yeah.
working within St. John's International Airport. And, there's so many stuff going for you, and you still were able to start. So I just want to ask, what pushed you to actually start Assured Hubs?
So it's like, as I said, my goal was to to ensure that no newcomer has to go through the same
Mm,
stressful housing experience that so many of us has already faced. That was my main goal of starting AssuredHubs, because I feel that if you have some help, right, it gives you a lot of ease, that okay, at least my renting part is, at least I can trust someone who can help me to find a place, right? Because
yeah,
you already have so many things going on when you move to a new country. You have your visas and so many other stuffs that you have to take care of. I
yeah.
like, this is not only I didn't start just to just to get a lot of money by starting this business and stuff. Obviously get rich by starting
Yeah.
such businesses. It's just like it's like serving people, like
Mm-hmm.
serving people in some way, because it's a part of me giving back to the society, because
Yeah.
so much Canada has given me. I am just giving some things to can like I'm just doing my small part, out of which I can help some people, and at least I can help them be at ease, at least when they are moving in for the first time, right? So that was my main motivation and main goal of starting Assured Hubs. Yeah.
Uh, okay. And from all that you've said so far, one some of the things I'm picking out from all that you are saying, one thing in particular is trust, right?
Yeah.
It's basically your whole product, right? You want to be able to build trust, but we all know that trust is a hard thing to build. And since it's basically your whole product, um, please walk us through it. Like, how do you actually verify a rental and make someone feel safe?
So yeah, so at the beginning when I started Assured Hubs, it was very difficult for me to build that trust in terms in the eyes of newcomers, because when
Yeah.
I started marketing my business on Facebook Marketplace, people used to comment on my post that this is another kind of scam.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah, I was like, okay, fine. I mean, I get that from where they're coming, because even I would have felt the same thing, because when you are
Yeah.
seeing, I'm like, I'm very intelligent in a way to make them understand that, bro, I'm not a scam. So that
I love that, bro. I'm not a scam. Okay.
yeah. So I was like, okay, I feel that I should take help of university, because
Yeah.
if something can be, if something is going to you student, to student through university, then people will believe for sure.
Uh,
Because initially, I remember when I started, whenever any student used to post, I used to go and comment, okay, you can, uh, go through this website, connect me, and then, I'll help you to find a place, this, that, and
mhm.
many people, and they used to text me saying that, how come you are not a scam? Like, it's 2 a.m. in St. John's and you are still awake.
Oh
How
my
come?
God.
Because in other countries it was like usually daytime or afternoon time, right? And I
Yeah.
used to be awake till 2 a.m., 3 a.m. because I was doing a lot of
Wow.
stuffs, right? Yeah, so
Hmm.
I'm like, I did a lot of hard work to to build this. So I was like, how come you are not as, I was like, oh my god, I'm just trying to get customers. I'm just trying to help you. I don't have any bad intentions. Just give me a
Yeah.
chance. So so that was funny.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
So that,
imagine because like people will feel like as someone who is a scam or who, a scammer will kind of that's their time to chat people up instead of
yes.
the daytime. So I can understand why they felt that way when they were reaching out to you.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I need to take help of university, and that's the reason I spoke to the internalization office, the of family coordinator, the housing coordinator, the off-campus housing coordinator,
Yep.
and I also spoke to the president of I forgot the name of sorry, I forgot the name, but I spoke to him, and then he's actually
Yep.
maintaining the in-campus housing residency. I gave him the brief about what I am doing, and then
Okay.
so internalization office, speaking to them helped me a lot, because It took me a lot of time for me to like build that trust in front of them as well, because I told them about myself, and I was already a student, like when I started this, I was a student, and I told them about myself. And
Mm-hmm.
many of my like where I was volunteering as a student leader, I spoke to like them as well, the SEO, the office, and I also spoke to GSU, the Graduate Student Union. I was just taking help of, because these are the some, where these new students arrive, and when they arrive, they speak to these people first, the SEO, GSU, the internalization office. So if something can go through them about Assured Hubs, it will be easier for them to like trust me, right? So most of my customers started coming from word of mouth, which happened
Okay.
through reference. Obviously, it went through GSU, or it went through SEO, or some people got to know about my business through internalization office, the in-campus, the off-campus coordinator. Not officially, but unofficially, they started, talking about my business and telling that you can trust this person. She's not a scam. She'll definitely help you out and stuff. So yeah, initially it took a lot of time to build that trust, but now most of them have already know, like they know, like I've served more than 30 plus customers right now, and they have like this word of mouth that it keeps going. Like someone who has already taken my service, they refer to other person, and then to someone who is coming from their country. So that's how I got my initial start. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, because I
that's
realized that marketing by myself is not working. And
oh,
right now, like
wow.
I have some realtors as well who speak, like talk about my business. Realtors who are actual realtors who are like working in St. John's.
Mhm.
Even they speak about my business, and then that's when I am able to like build that trust, because it's coming from them, because they trust them, so they trust me. That's how it worked.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Wow. Wow, spoken a lot about how, you were able to build that trust, which is, I would say, one of the hardest parts to do,
Mm.
given the whole field that you're into, how people doubt so many
Yeah,
things, and is even going to be worse for someone who is not yet in Canada or
exactly.
someone who is not yet in Newfoundland to kind of even believe that you are truly not a scammer, right? So
Yes.
I'm sure that has been one of the hardest parts, and there are others. So do you want to walk us through other some of the hard things you face in this business so far?
Yeah, so there are some challenges, major challenges of like providing services in Assured Hub. So one is obviously building trust, which I've already spoken about.
Yeah.
The second one is the limited housing supply, right?
Hmm.
The availability of the rental is often low, because especially during like peak seasons, like such as when like people start university, and like during the fall semester. Now I have like, after this call, I have to go and view the place for someone. I have like,
Wow.
so like, yeah. So I have like some customers, like quite a number of customers who I got again through internalization office, through word of mouth, and they're
Hmm.
taking my service. But like, to provide the services, like, because they're coming in, like especially the family homes, we have very limited family homes available in St. John's especially. So that is a second one. The third one is the like convincing the landlords, because landlords is like, whenever they list their properties like on Facebook marketplace or any other any other place, they want to see the person who is trying to rent the place, right? But it's me who is going to talk to them on behalf of them, because they are not here, they are trying to move
Yeah.
here for the first time. So to convince landlords that you can trust that person who is coming from this country, that takes some effort. Then obviously there's like manual operations, like in my business, most of the like personally searching properties for my clients, or scheduling viewings, and then communicating with the like landlords, and
Yeah.
then like coordinating with the clients is very time intensive, and it is also very difficult sometimes to scale. So because of this, these are like some of the manual operations that I cannot replace with AI, because I think these things has to be done manual, so that the trust factor like keeps intact like it just have it just doesn't, like, because AssuredHubs is completely built on trust, and I just don't want to like lose that trust. If I try to automate some stuff, then it becomes
Mm.
like another Facebook marketplace, but I
Yeah.
don't want to make AssuredHubs as another Facebook marketplace. Then
Mm-hmm.
and then like managing expectations, because when clients come for the first time from a new country, they don't know what is the average price of a apartment rental that they are trying to rent here, right? So sometimes they have a very limited budget, or they have a very specific preference that doesn't align with the current rental market. And that's the
Yeah.
reason so before I onboard a client, before a client signs an agreement with AssuredHubs, I do an onboarding call with them. I help them to understand what are the situation of the rental market here. I also I also understand their requirements and their expectations. So managing these expectations takes some time. And obviously the seasonality, as I said, that whenever there is a demand, especially around the university intakes, the fall intake, especially the immigration periods, it makes it very difficult to maintain the consistent service level year around. And um, and then the verification and quality control, because uh,
Mm.
in our business we have to ensure that the listings are genuine, the properties are accurately represented, and both the landlords and the tenants, they are legitimate. That requires the ongoing effort. So these are some of the major challenges um, that continuously we face in Assured Hubs. Yeah.
Wow. And you are doing all of this with your full-time job as a data analyst, right?
Yeah.
How do you kind of manage both? And what keeps you going on the hard days as well?
To be honest, it's not easy for sure. It is very overwhelming, and I I am feeling overwhelmed today because I'm tired and I just want a break from my business and from my work as well. That happens, right? Like every human being goes
Yeah,
through that. Yeah.
of course.
So yeah. So, but the thing is, it's not impossible. Also, it's difficult, but it's not impossible to manage time. Obviously, I try not to do my business, like whatever, providing my services during my working hours. I generally do that after my working hours, or like early in the mornings, and I go for viewings after my work. Once I finish my work, I schedule a viewing, I go for the viewing and stuff. And like speaking to clients, as I said, I'm still waking, like I'm still awake till 2 a.m., 3 a.m., speaking to my clients because my clients are in different country, they are in different time zone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this kind of thing, when you delay, they can feel
Yeah,
like, why you not
exactly,
responding?
exactly. Yeah, I mean, as a newcomer, I know the fear, and I just don't want them to feel like that. I can feel
Oh,
what they feel. So that's the reason I try to respond. So I try, like, if I'm awake till, I generally am awake till 1 a.m., 2 a.m., because I do my work, and then I also like do my business and stuff. I speak to landlords. I try to manage these viewings, and trying to have this, like, to bridge a gap is like very difficult, because I am the one who is speaking on behalf of landlord and also speaking on behalf of the student who is trying to rent the place. So but yeah, you have to be very, like, very good in time management for sure, because
yeah.
you have to be like up to the point that let's not waste time. So I try not to waste time, but to be honest, sometimes I like to waste time, but I just don't get a chance to waste time. That's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, running a short hubs and also doing full time job, I was not very sure that I am very good in time management, but I have become very good in time management
Hmm.
after doing both. Yeah, yeah,
Wow, and for just what you said, that's the whole aspect of being a solver, right?
yeah,
You need to be good at time management because sometimes myself, I get to feel like the 24 hours is not enough. I kind of like,
exactly.
is there a place I
Yeah,
can buy extra time to, do what I have to do? But
yeah,
unfortunately, no. And
yeah,
there, as someone that has, if you have that vision, it's not even about, one can say, why don't you employ other people to help you? But the truth is that there are just other aspects that staff can help
exactly.
you to
Yeah,
do. but you were the one with the vision. There are
Mm,
certain things you must be present to do it, and it's
exactly.
kind of very, sometimes very overwhelming, and you just feel like, oh my god, can I just escape from this for at least 4 hours? But unfortunately, no. But that is what makes one a solver: ability to see a problem and to bring out solution, and to keep giving that solution out to those that need it, and also people feeling safe, because that's your whole aspect of your product, people feeling
Yeah,
safe and
they
people
should feel
landing here.
secure. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whenever like they tell me that, oh my god, you were such a like you were such a great help, we were like so worried about how to settle and stuff. Like I recently
Hmm.
found a place of one of my clients in Flat Rock. I went to all the way to Flat Rock to view the place and
My god.
finalize things. Yeah. So
Hmm.
it takes a lot of time, because
Yeah.
on weekends also you're working, you are not completely free. Like at least you are now not working your job, but you're still working on your business. So you have to spend a lot of effort and time, because when you are running a business with your full-time job, it's not very easy to like handle both.
Nah.
You have to sacrifice a lot of stuff, like at least your weekends and stuff. You have to like sacrifice so many things all the way. But then I don't see that as a sacrifice, because I feel that that's my goal of like serving people in one way or the other. Just making sure that they feel secure. And if I can be of any help to anybody, I feel that that's my purpose of life. That's the whole deal. Yeah.
That's so interesting. And I mean, talking about sacrifice, it has
Yeah.
never gone unnoticed, because you won the IENL 2025 pitch competition.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know what the IENL means, is the International Education Newfoundland and Labrador. She won the pitch competition last year. So tell us more about that, and what did that moment feel for you or mean for you at that point?
Actually, it was very, very great. Like, I would like to also like shout out to Rema, who was there with me, and we both pitched together. And
Wow.
yeah, and that too, she was not even in St. John's. She was, I think, because of some case competition or so, or maybe I think there was something in the university that she had taken part of, and she was out of St. John's. And
Wow.
she actually. I don't know, for somehow she managed that time to like present a video presentation through like a video call, and in the morning she got ready and then she presented, and even I was there in physical, like in person, we presented together. So I mean it takes a lot of what do you call, you have to be very very true to yourself and true to the purpose of solving a problem, because until unless that sense does not come to you, you will not be able to work, because you have to be a lot of, it's not only focused. I feel that why are you doing that, your why should be very clear with you,
Yeah.
and then only you will be able to like solve a problem or you help people in any way possible. So it was a very good it was a very good pitch competition. The overall competition went very well, and I would like to thank INL for this as well, because it's not only me, there were other four, I think there were five teams who won the they selected like five teams who won $5,000 as a funding after winning that pitch competition. So competitions like this, and then they validate the idea that you are working on, because if
Yeah.
after winning that, I got a sense of validation that yeah, there is something in this idea and people see the value of it. And that's the reason they are, because INL will not fund anything to anyone, right?
Wow.
They, until and unless they see the value. So I
Mhm.
got that validation. So I also like if I had started a short hubs a little bit earlier, I'm very like I feel regret right now that I didn't start it this earlier. I started this like on my final semester, and after that I graduated. There are so many like competitions that is available for students, right? Like it
Mhm.
keeps on happening, and I cannot participate now because I am not a student. So
Wow.
I do feel little sad that I should have started this business little bit earlier, but that's fine. It's never late until like at least you started. At least I took the first step of starting this and helping people. So yeah, it was very. I was very very happy, and I was feeling that okay, people are seeing value, the vision that I have for this business. People are able to see that. So that's something
Mhm.
that I am very very grateful for. And after that, I got into the Center for Social Enterprise Incubator program for a year, and I got the mentorship and funding from that. Yeah, from that. From CSE, the Center for Social Enterprise as well. So I'm very thankful for them, because like when you go to this incubator program, these incubator programs in these pitch competitions helps you to uh, validate your idea, which is very important for an entrepreneur who is running a business. So that sense of validation these competitions give is very very valuable to anyone. Yeah.
Wow, this is interesting. I mean, wow. You see, there's like everybody loves the idea, and there was something you said which is really, really true. And I always say to anyone who is a solver to start. If there's a problem in your heart, that is, bugging you to, and you know that you have the solution, don't wait. Start.
Mm,
Because when you start, you just don't know what is along the way for you. Of course, it's all going to be overwhelming. It's all going to be hard. But sometimes the good things you get to experience along the way is what is going to make you feel like, I wish I started long ago or a long time ago because I could have gotten all this and even
yeah.
gotten more.
Yeah.
So we're encouraging you to start. If you are listening to us, start. If there's something that you are
Yes,
doing, just start.
exactly.
And we're going to talk more about that where Neha is going to give us advice. But let's talk more about you have helped more than 30 newcomers, right, to find
Yeah.
housing right now, which is
Yeah.
huge. And I just want to ask, is there one person's story that has stayed with you?
There are several stories that have stayed with me, but yeah, this, like, there's one story that have stayed with me is like of this family of, people, the family who's moving to Flat Rock. They are coming from different country. Like I cannot
Mhm.
reveal their names and stuff because they
Of
are not
course,
very,
of
yeah.
course.
So
Yeah.
they don't want to like get their
Hmm.
names revealed on online. But
Of course.
they are coming with a pet, and that pet is very dear to them because that pet is actually her father's, who's not more, he's no more any now. That was her father's pet. And she told me very like beforehand that, I want to have a place where I can have a pet. And right, pet friendly apartments are not very easy to find
Of
in
course.
St.
Hmm.
John's. And they have a big dog, it's not a small pet, so they have a big dog. So I was actually worried when they're also coming with a baby and they have a family, like wife, husband, baby, and a pet. So finding such a place and a house which has a nice backyard and stuff is very very difficult. But somehow, obviously, I was able to do that. And when I served them, they wrote me a very good note on my email that that really makes me feel so good about starting this business, because I feel that they were very worried about like finding a pet friendly apartment, and she does not want to leave her pet at all because her pet is very close to her heart and she wants to come here with her pet. And so it's very clear to me. So I'm able to like serve them, because it's something. And they were very worried because they felt like, because when they spoke to the in campus housing coordinator in internalization office, um, they kind of got to know that it's not very easy to find a pet friendly apartment. So they were very worried about if they'll be able to find a pet friendly place, right? But
Hmm.
somehow things worked out. And finally she got a place in Flat Rock, and she doesn't mind like moving from transiting from Flat Rock to St. John's every day, because she was very clear that she wants a pet friendly place with a nice backyard and stuff. So she found that house, like she got that house. So I'm very happy for that family. But um uh, the things that she wrote, that how she was feeling so overwhelmed, and then I was such a great help to them, and I was able to find such a place, and that sense of relief that I was able to provide to them, I think that is something that has stayed with me. But yeah, I think every story has stayed with me, but this is something special because I think if you are coming, if you have like, it's not just you. As I said, that if you're coming alone is fine, but when you are coming with a family and with a pet, it becomes much more overwhelming to find a better place and a safe space for everyone, or not only for you but for your family as well. So that was a
Hmm.
great deal, I feel. Yeah.
Wow, that's really, really an interesting story, and I can imagine if I was the one in her shoes as well, I would definitely, feel so happy, and of
Yeah,
course, let you know that how I feel, because it's not just about what you help them to do, but it's how you made them feel,
yeah.
and that whole experience is their starting point in a new country, which will also make them have a positive experience going forward. Because sometimes when you land in a new place and you have a negative experience, a very bad
Oh,
one, it just kind of carries you
you start
through the
hating that
whole.
place. Yeah,
Exactly.
forever. You, for some reason, you will
Exactly.
start
It
hating that
doesn't just
place.
go away, and you
Yeah,
can't just even tell anyone that, hey, you should come here, because it's like I didn't have a good experience. I don't want
exactly. Yeah.
anyone to, have the same experience. So the work you're doing is really great, and we can see that and attest to that through all the competitions that you've won so far, and all the people validating your story and what you are solving for the province. And what do you know now that you wish you had known before you first started, or when you started?
I mean, I always felt that starting something is very difficult, but
Hmm.
starting something is not difficult at all. If you want to start, you can start anytime, anywhere, in any situation. I feel that the
Mm,
first step, I always used to feel that, oh my God, will I be able to speak to customers? Will I be able to like speak to different, like new people from different
yeah.
countries? Because, I never felt that I am like that kind of a person. I don't know why
Mhm.
people call me extrovert, but I feel that I'm not. It's just that I have made my personality in such a way after moving here. Maybe because when I was in my home country, I was feeling was very anxious to speak to new people and new, like to talk to new people, like new person. I feel
Mhm.
that there should be someone to break that ice, but now it's me who is breaking that ice most of the time whenever I speak to a
Wow.
new person. Yeah, so
Mm,
it's like that. I mean, I felt that starting this business is gonna be like, obviously it's so much of work, but I feel that it's not very difficult also to start anything. So anybody who is like listening to podcast, I would say that if you have any idea or anything, you should definitely start. Like, don't wait for the right time, because there is nothing called as right time. This time is the right time, I feel. And you will never be able to like be fully prepared in your mind that, oh, now I'm ready to start this. No, you will never
mhm.
get to that point, because I feel as a human being you will always feel that, oh, I still have to do a lot, like I still have to research a lot. Obviously, when you start a new business, talk to your like potential customers first, like whom are you trying to serve, try to speak to them, try to understand the need first, like what is the need of your potential customers, right? So
Mhm.
that's what I did before starting AssuredHubs. I tried to find what is, like, is there actually a need to start this business? So what is the need for the first, like, there are so many needs when you move to a new country, but there's a one need, that is the housing, like, the problem that I'm trying to
Yeah.
solve in AssuredHubs,
Mhm.
that is one of the major ones. So when I got to know this, I and as I said that I wish I could have started earlier, but obviously I was also a student and I was settling here.
Of
uh,
course. Yeah.
yeah, it took me some time as well. But then obviously, I mean, when you talk to people, and if you're a student, like, you have like so much of things to do, like you can network with so many people, like organizations like Enlo, as I said, the Genesis, MCE, CSE, like these are the like small, like these are the medium for people to, like, for students to start something, anything that they are thinking that, they can try solving this problem, and they can able to help people. So that was something that I didn't know earlier, but then when I started this, I realized that, yeah, I feel that starting is always in our head that it's going to be very difficult, but you
Yeah.
can start anytime, anywhere. It's just that you have to like made up your mind that, okay, you have to work on it, and you have to like obviously put in the efforts to build that business. Yeah, that's the
Mm.
thing.
Wow. Wow. Your apart from Assured Hubs, your 9 to 5 job is in
Yeah,
data,
yeah.
and has thinking like you know, an analyst change how you build and make decisions for Assured Hubs?
Yeah. So the thing is, obviously, since I'm a data analyst, so the data helped me first. First of all, that's the reason I started taking interviews, because I felt that
Mm-hmm.
the data that I'm trying to gather after talking to people, that will
Mm-hmm.
be my validation point. Because when you pitch this business to a new person, like suppose if you get a partner, or if in future if you're trying to raise funds, or
Mm-hmm.
trying to build capital and stuff, if you are trying to pitch this business to an investor, it's very good to have the data backed up with you, like how many people are in need, and what do you see, like why do you see that this problem needs a solution. So MC always tells, like there is this line who tells like, they keep telling their students that fall in love with a problem. So I just fell in love
Mm.
with the problem of,
That's
like,
interesting.
yeah, so that's the thing, like,
Wow.
yeah. So when you fall in love with a problem, when you see that okay, this is the problem, you somehow just come up with the solution in, like, because then you keep thinking like how can you solve that issue. Until unless you don't love something, you will not be able to think about
Mm-hmm.
any, that's the thing for any human being. I feel you have to be very attached to that. So I was very attached to the problem, and this data points that I gathered after speaking to like 100 plus people before starting AssuredHubs helped me a lot, because that gave me a proof that okay, so this is the people, like these are the people that I've spoken to, and this is not only students. Like many people are like coming here as, like, rotational workers. They are coming here for some days and then they're moving, like, some months. Many
Yeah.
people they move, yeah, and then many people are coming here for like work purposes, like from people from India. Many people are coming here as a nurse, starting their new like journey as a professional journey in St. John's. So it's like a variety of like segments, my customer segments.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt that like, these are my potential customers who I will be able to serve in future. So that's when I started, like, before I was not even having a name when I started speaking to these people. I
Mm-hmm.
was just telling, I just started telling them like what is the hard part of moving here in St. John's. I started with this. I started the
Mm.
conversation with a very lightly note, and when they started telling me, okay, these are the these are the some hard parts, and these are the hard moments that they had gone through. I think that's when I was able to like come up to the idea of okay, I should start something like this, because it's not just me, it's like so many people who are going through the same issue in some way
Mm-hmm.
or the other. And I think my business will be able to like will be of a huge help to many people. Yeah. So that's
Mm.
when, yeah, so that's when I analyzed the issue. I analyzed the problem, and then I was able to come up with a solution. Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
For someone who is watching us right now, and or someone who came to a new country and felt lost or unsupported, what would you want them to know?
So if they're already here, you mean, or if they're coming here for
Yeah,
the first time?
if they're already here, they felt this way already, or someone who is watching us now and hoping to come to a new country, what would you want them to know?
So the thing is, I'm so sorry if you have experienced any kind of the non like something that you should not experience. If you have already experienced that, I'm so sorry about that, because I feel that there are some things that is not under our control. But I would say that just keep an optimistic mind ahead,
Mm-hmm.
because there are so many things that is so beautiful about this place. The
Mm-hmm.
the people are very welcoming, and if you are moving here for the first time, and if you are trying to rent the place in some way or the other, if you're not very sure about where are you going to stay, please connect with Assured Hubs. Like, please connect with me. I'll be able to like guide you and help you to provide my service. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm 100% sure you will be able to feel much more secure, at least in terms of like in terms of accommodation part, because that
Yeah.
was my goal. Because at least there are so thousands of things that you have in your mind when you're moving to a new place. I can take care of one thing, and you can take care of the rest other 99 things, so it's like that.
That's
Yeah, so I would say like that. And I just say that just if you're moving to a new country, like few negative experiences should not be able to, they should not impact your you know your future journey. That's what I'm saying. Just always keep an
Hmm.
optimistic mind, think positive. I think there are many things that you can still make it right. If you're already here and things are not going well, it's just a matter of time, I feel. I mean, time changes, and then you will be able to like solve, like you will be able to come out of all the challenges that you're facing right now.
Hmm.
But yeah, I can take the housing challenge. So if you are facing any challenges in terms of housing, please come to AssuredHubs. That's what I
Yeah,
want to say. Yeah.
that's great. And what about for someone or for a person who has an idea, born from their own struggle, but is afraid to start? What advice would you give to them?
I would say that don't be afraid to talk to people about your idea. You know,
Hmm.
don't be afraid to feel that, oh, what people will think about it. Like, even if people will think about anything, like, at least you have to start speaking about, because you know what I've seen, many people, they don't like to speak about their idea because they think that other people will steal their idea. I was like, that's not how it works, bro. Until and unless you don't say like, how, what are you trying to build, how will you be able to, like, get to the need of
Yeah.
the, get to the need of the of the of the of the person. So
Hmm.
I was listening to a podcast where one of the, again, I forgot the names, oh my god.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
but
Friday.
yeah, so he was like just saying that, Steve Jobs will not, like, there was like no need of using iPhone, but he actually, Steve Jobs was able to recognize the need, because we already have phones.
Hmm.
Why do we need an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
But it's just like, he was like, he was able to find the need of the people. So to find the needs of the people, you have to speak. So if,
Hmm.
obviously, you don't have to give the entire thing, that what are you trying to build, you don't have to say
Yeah.
everything. Don't
Hmm.
say like, what are you trying to build. Your first goal should be the things that you feel that needs a solution. Is it the actual problem, that is it worth solving? That's the thing, you
Hmm.
have to be very clear about that, and for that you have to talk. So don't be afraid of talking. I feel that you can talk to anyone. You can start talking from, like, talking with your friends first, and then you can go to like different, like, networking events and stuff, and you can speak to them.
Hmm.
Like, you don't have to give the entire idea of how, like, how will this work or not. No, you don't have to speak like that. Just speak like, okay, the idea behind of, like, the idea behind of you starting this solution, is it
Hmm.
worth, you have to be very clear about that. And as I said, that you have to be very clear about why are you trying to solve this problem. Until unless that why is not clear, you won't be able to like solve any issue. And obviously you'll always have second guesses and stuff, like, I don't know what people will feel. I know many people, they feel afraid or scared to speak, but I feel that that's very genuine. When you are trying,
Hmm.
when you're trying to build something new, you always feel like that.
Hmm.
But I would say that talking is the first step to start a business. So first is like, until unless you don't start speaking about it, people will not know about what are you trying to, you know build or trying to solve something. So I feel talking is very very important. Yeah.
Mm. You mentioned about, talking to people, going to
Yeah.
networking, events to talk about this. And the good thing is that the more you talk about the problem, the more you get to understand more how to even talk about the problem.
Yes.
And also, you mentioned something about understanding your why, which
Yes.
is very, very important, because what happens is that when you go to networking events, or
Yes.
some of these networking events, you talk to people, there are people who are going to make you feel that what you're solving is not important, you know,
Exactly.
just because they have not experienced that problem you're
Yes.
trying to bring solution
Yes.
to the table for. So it's kind of, if you don't understand your why,
Yeah.
it kind of push you back. You
Mm.
Those are the stuff that will make you question yourself, that are you really, is this really something worth solving?
Yes.
And most times, I always say, the people who will discourage you are even more than the people who say
Yes.
what you are doing is good. So
Exactly.
what you have to, that aspect of knowing your why is really, really important, because uh, um it's going to help you understand why in the first place, why you thought about this problem, why you want to solve the problem. And sometimes I always give the advice to write out the why, and paste it somewhere you can look at it every day. Because
Exactly.
if you want to keep it in your heart, when those thoughts start coming, what will happen is that you won't recognize why
Yes.
you thought about the why. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
just going to feel like, I just don't want to do this anymore. And another thing is that there'll be because you before you can recognize the problem, it means that you are a solver, that you are able to recognize that problem and are able to think about the solution to bring forward. But what happens is that as you enter that part of solving this problem, there are different problems that will make you feel like you can solve them too.
Yes.
So when that start happening to you, if you don't understand the why you started solving that particular problem, you are just going, especially during the hard days, you are going to feel like, I think there is another problem I saw that is a bit simple to solve. Let me just go do that one first. And then you abandon what you're already solving. And that's why we see these days a lot of abandoned projects, a lot of abandoned business ideas, all because of, we're all humans, it happens. But I love the fact that you mentioned understanding your why. And all I have to add to that is just make sure you write it out where you can see it. I usually would tell people have an accountability partner if it is possible, someone that you can share this why with, and the person will likewise share their own why to you. Because there are days it's gonna be hard, and you just
Yeah.
call this person and be like, I just want to quit. The person is like, do you
Yeah.
remember you said this is the reason why
Exactly.
you're stopping this?
Yeah. That's why.
Mhm.
That's why why
Yeah,
is very important.
yeah. So I love
Yeah.
that you mentioned that. What's next
Yeah.
for Assured Hubs? What's next?
So I'm trying to like scale this business. Obviously, I won't be able to do everything all alone. So
Yeah.
my main goal is obviously to have the trusted platform like AssuredHubs across Atlantic Canada, and I'm also looking for business partners. I've reached out to some of the same not exactly same but kind of the same businesses in other provinces
Mhm.
to
Okay.
partner with Assured Hub. So we are in like talking terms right now.
Okay.
Because I feel that it's not just Atlantic Canada or just Newfoundland issue. It's
Okay.
the it's
Mm-hmm.
the it's the it's the entire countries, like different provinces have
Mm-hmm.
almost the same issues. So I feel that scaling through partnership is something that I foresee for Assured Hubs, and that right now I'm working towards that, like talking to different partners and just joining hands with them and seeing
Mm-hmm.
how far like we can scale this business. Yeah. And other than that also, like I'm also trying to start another business, and I'm working on that as
Wow.
well. Yeah, so I will be able to speak more about it next year because that is
Okay.
more like a tech related business. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that is something I'm also working on that. So these are like some of my side major projects going on other than my
That's beautiful.
9 to 5. Yeah.
Wow, you have a lot on your plate. I mean, this is incredible. And of course, I will give her the congratulations right away. Congratulations to starting your second business, and we hope to hear more of that next year. So let's not let a cat out of the
Yes.
bag right now.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Exactly. Yeah. I
congratulations,
mean, yeah, I'm
congratulations
just
on
trying to.
that part.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
You
Yeah. So that's
okay.
that's thing that is going on currently. Yeah.
Okay, for someone that is watching, whether they are newcomer, looking for housing, or a landlord, or a property manager, community organization, or a potential partner, how can they connect with you and get involved?
So they can connect with me through my website, and on my website I have my contact information, my name, email address, and Kumari at assuredhubs.com, and they can even connect me through phone. My number is also there in my on my website. It's www.assuredhubs.com.
Mhm.
And yeah, they can even write a, like if they have any questions and stuff, they can even write a question. If you go to my website and you can post a question, I'll be able to like get the I'll be able to like see the question, like what question, because basically most of my customers, they connect through that. They
Yeah.
post a question on my website, and then I get a email that so and so person has connected me to, and then that's how I get their information, and then I connect with them back.
Mhm.
So website is a medium through which they can connect with me. Yeah, and I have my social media handles as well with the same name, AssuredHubs, Instagram and Facebook. You can connect me and you can send a DM through those platforms as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, awesome. Please reach out to her. She's not a scammer. You can see her live right now. So
I'm
please
not a
reach out.
scammer, guys. I
Of
just I
course,
just
of
sleep
course.
late. I sleep late.
Yeah.
I am awake till 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. So
She has a lot that she's
yeah,
working with right now, a 9 to 5 job, a data analyst at the St. John's International Airport. Start
yeah,
also looking at starting the second business, running assured hubs, have a personal life too to to
yeah,
live. So I mean, if you're a solver, we all know that you don't have the 24 hours is not scheduled, right? It's you just keep running.
yeah,
There is no time for you to say, let you take a break. Sometimes I always tell myself, sometimes I feel guilty sleeping, right? Because
yeah,
especially when I have a lot of work to do, it's like I feel
yeah.
like get up from there. But one of the things that I've used to assure myself is that resting is part of the work,
Oh, for sure,
because if you
for
don't
sure.
rest and
Yeah,
you break down, you are still going to lose at least
exactly.
few days or even a week to get back on track. So when I start feeling that guilt in me, I just kind of tell myself this, and I kind of say, okay, fine, let me just rest. You talked about AI, and of course your second business is also in tech.
Yeah.
So we want to know, is there a way you incorporate AI in Assured Hub? I know previously you mentioned that you do, like, there are certain things you don't want to use AI for because of that trust that you
Yeah.
want people to feel. But have you started incorporating AI, or is something that you're still looking
Yes,
forward to?
that's a good question. Yeah, so I mean, obviously, the AI part is the initial, I don't
Hmm.
know. I mean, whenever we connect with a new business and stuff, you first speak to an AI. Like even when you call a customer service, there will be
Yeah,
an AI speaking to you, and then the real person comes in.
yeah,
To be
exactly.
honest, I don't want to speak to AI. I would like to speak to a real person. That's the reason I'm calling. Okay.
Or a chatbot, right?
Yeah,
A
or a
chatbot, like,
chatbot, yeah,
yeah.
or a chatbot, something so I feel that the initial thing, because whenever try to onboard these customers, so there is like a lot of
Hmm.
manual things, so I think that can be automated through AI, like a chatbot or
Yeah.
stuff,
Hmm.
just to have an initial meeting and stuff. But obviously after the meeting is something that I am going to give it will be all like a human intervention, not an AI intervention, because as I said that
Hmm.
I just don't want to like have these things completely automated, because the trust
Yeah.
factor then it goes completely away. As you see that Facebook marketplace is also like, you don't have any human intervention and you have so many things going on over there, right?
Yeah.
So it's the thing that not everything can be automated, but yeah, that the initial stuff like onboarding a customer, or talking
Hmm.
to a customer, talking to a landlord for a customer, I think these things can be automated, and I'm also working towards it to automate such stuffs through AI.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. So before we go, we've had a great conversation, and I mean, you're just an incredible person. And of course, I'll kind of support those saying that you have the extro, you're an extrovert, because you kind of, that energy is there, and I get why people feel safe when they get to talk to you, and they're able to feel happy that they connected to you, and they're able to get their housing, and they're able to land here and have their shelter. So that's really awesome. I just want to ask, any last words that you want to give to us before you go today?
Um, I would say that things can be like when you start anything new, it can be overwhelming, and you can feel that I don't know, I shouldn't have started that. Like, to be honest, I have felt a lot of this lately. Like this past
Yeah.
year has gone. It was very difficult for me on personal level and also on
Hmm.
professional level, so many levels. But I feel that don't always keep the optimistic mindset.
Hmm.
Don't lose that. I say that to everyone, like whoever is facing any kind of challenges, and make sure that you take complete rest. As you said, that resting is also important. Like, don't feel guilty of taking rest. Like 6 hours a day, you can sleep. I always tell to my mind, please sleep for 6 hours at least. How will you how will you
Yeah,
work the next day? Yeah,
yeah,
so I
yeah.
don't feel guilty of like taking breaks. I was a very like when I came here I was like work 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 work, I was not resting, and then I feel over the time I started feeling burnt out. So don't reach to that level.
Hmm.
That was my whole point, that don't reach to that level. And yeah, stay healthy, that's all. I mean, healthy mind, healthy body. If you are healthy, you can do a lot of healthy stuff, so stay healthy, that's all.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Stay healthy.
Yes.
Wow, you are giving a lot of tips today. Stay healthy.
Yes.
Love, fall in love with the problem. These are
Yes.
great tips. Thank you so much, Neha. Thank you for pulling up a seat with me today to talk about what Assured Hubs is all about and what's the problem that you are solving and the solution that you are bringing to the table. And to everyone that's watching us, thank you for being here as well. And remember, every problem has a solver. And maybe the next one may be you to tell us what you are solving and the solution you are bringing to the table. So thank you very much. Have a great weekend, everyone, and have a great weekend, Neha. Please take
Thank
our time to
you.
rest. Take our
Yes.
time to rest. Is that a promise? Is that a
Yes.
promise?
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Yes.
that's fine. Thank you
Thank you.
so much, and have a great day, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a great weekend. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.